This episode features someone being followed and an injured animal.
Wanderer's Journal, Episode 5, Threshold.
Marigold. Oh, I'm so sorry for leaving you in such a hurry and for causing you concern. I apologize for that a lot, don't I? I didn't mean to leave like that. It's just that, look, I'm fine. That's really the most important thing you should know. I'm fine and uninjured. I'll be fine. I just, I was given a bit of a fright back there is all. I hope you're doing well. I'll try not to leave like that again.
Pluto? Gods, what was that? You can't just vanish on me like that and then say it's all fine, because it's not. Tell me what actually happened or I'll stop talking to you.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you to respond so quickly. Really giving out those serious threats, huh? You're right. I'm sorry. I've never been good at, this whole thing. Whatever this whole thing is. Well, I'm not in any danger, rest assured of that, but, well, I've gotten to the point where I'm very certain something is following me. I'm not sure what. It doesn't seem very hostile right now, but I'd rather not risk an actual encounter with the thing. So I've been trying my best to keep moving forward, to keep a good space between the thing and myself. When I fell yesterday, I think maybe I might have startled it. That or I've just been moving too slow. I can't be quite sure, but it got too close for comfort, which is why I left as hastily as I did. Though, the journal did also stop recording before I could give a proper goodbye. But it's not like I would have regardless, so that's hardly an excuse. I'll try to be more transparent with you from now on.
Oh, creatures! Are you being hunted? Some animals stalk their prey before attacking it. Maybe it's doing that with you? Does it seem to notice when you're moving? Have you seen it? Does it stare at you? You probably shouldn't stay still. That would give it the chance to attack if it is hunting you. Maybe you should try to get on higher ground. Or cover your scent. You can rub some strong-smelling plants on you to try to throw it off your trail. Or maybe it'd lose interest in you if you were already dead. A lot of animals like eating freshly dead meat. If you can make it seem like you've been dead for a while, then it might leave you alone. Unless it's a scavenger. Have you encountered this creature before? How did you deal with it then?
Oh. You are quite knowledgeable, aren't you? Though I'm not sure if I should be worried about why you know so much about handling this sort of situation. I'll keep all your advice in mind moving forward, though I'm not sure what it's actually doing. I haven't actually gotten a good look at it. It doesn't seem to be anything I'm familiar with, but it hasn't bothered me much. If it was trying to kill me, it certainly had plenty of opportunities to do so, but it's definitely following me. Perhaps no one has taught it not to play with its food.
Huh. But I thought you said you were familiar with the area you were in. Though I guess that was before you got lost. How varied is the world outside? So far, all I've seen is forest, and more forest, but if you're able to stumble from somewhere familiar to somewhere entirely unfamiliar, I imagine the world as a whole must be more diverse.
There's certainly more than just forest out here. It's a big world, and in my defense, I think it's quite impossible to know it in its entirety. However, I do imagine that me managing to get this turned around is a pure stroke of luck.
I wouldn't call it luck. Certainly impressive, though.
Yes, I suppose you're right. Well, I feel like we've talked enough about me. How are you, Marigold?
Oh, I'm doing quite well. I have a lot of food now from my plant-based excursion, and the forest is still very quiet. It feels calmer now, like I can finally breathe. I've been taking the time to write down some things in my non-mysteriously magical journal. I'm noticing a lot more interesting things now that I have the time to look at them.
Oh, I'm quite offended by that, actually. What discoveries could you have possibly made that you can't share with your mysteriously magical journal correspondent?
More experiments you wouldn't like?
You're joking, right?
Maybe.
Oh, God. Just don't go and get yourself killed. Won't do you any good to die before you get to see the rest of the world.
Can't believe it hasn't happened already. I kinda assumed it would. There's a reason my people don't go into the forest, but here I am. Thankfully. Obviously, I very much enjoy being not dead and plan to continue being not dead. Still, the fact that I'll actually get to see the outside world, it's becoming more real by the second. I'm really excited about it, and nervous, and a bit sick maybe, but mostly excited.
I'm very excited for you too, Marigold. It seems like you'll make an excellent addition to the world. A very lively one, certainly. Do you miss them at all? Your people, I mean. You mention your home a lot, or perhaps not a lot, but enough for me to take note of it. But you don't really mention any individual in particular. You're free to not answer that question, of course. I'd understand if you prefer not to discuss what you left behind. But I'm curious, and I figured I'd ask. Just in case.
Oh, no, it's fine. I don't mind talking about my old home. I don't know if I'd say I miss it. But I lived there my whole life. It'd be strange not to talk about it. I don't really know, honestly. Is that an awful thing for me to say? I should miss them, but I never actually felt very connected to anyone. I don't know, maybe I didn't try hard enough, but with my interest in the outside world and general disinterest in things people my age were doing, it was difficult to make friends. There were some people that tried, but they didn't even know me, and then suddenly one day they were talking about courtship and life partners and families. I don't miss them. Not that they weren't bad. They were probably very desirable romantic partners, but I didn't want to think about that then. Or now. And I don't appreciate that they did that to me. So, all that to say, I guess I don't miss anyone in particular. Gods, that sounds terrible, doesn't it?
No, not at all, Marigold. I'm sure we don't have the same experiences, but I can understand what it's like to feel disconnected from people. You know, from the place that's meant to be your home. I left mine behind as soon as I could too. I suppose we're one and the same, aren't we? If you ever need help with anything, I mean, I'm just one mysteriously magical journal entry away, of course. But if you'd like, you could find... it seems like my friend is catching up to me, I think. I think I'll leave this here. I might disappear for a bit again, but don't worry about me. I can take care of myself. I'll be back as soon as I can, okay?
be careful, and don't forget everything I told you. Oh, and maybe try to avoid eye contact? Make yourself look big to intimidate it. I'll share more things I know if I think of any more. Hello? Hello? Oh, it's recording. Hello! I was having a bit of trouble with the journal again, but it seems that I can speak to you now. I just wanted to update you on the condition of the forest, as it seems to be lightening more and more. It's becoming quite pleasant, actually, now that it isn't so dark and dreary and difficult to walk in all the... God.
Marigold? Marigold, what's happening? Are you... Oh, for God's sake. Hello? Hello? Hello. I'm currently being chased, if that wasn't already obvious. I don't know what happened, but I think the thing behind me is mad at me now. For some godforsaken reason. But are you okay, Marigold? What happened? Oh! Oh, God! Oh, God! Oh, 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 no. Come on. Oh, fuck. Okay. I don't know if the journal's still recording right now. I'm not looking at it at the moment. But I did manage to get myself free from those damned vines. And, well, the creature's definitely not something I've encountered before, that much is certain. I thought it was after me, but obviously it's not very interested in me right now. I'm staring at it, but it's not even sparing a glance at me. There's something gold coming from it. It smells like blood. I think it might be hurt. This is most definitely a bad idea. Oh, God. I don't know if you're hearing this, but I'm going to try and help. Wish me luck.
Pluto? Oh my God! Are you okay? What's happening? Just because the creature isn't actively hostile doesn't mean it won't be. You need to be careful. God, you better be okay. Please be okay.
This episode of Wanderer's Journal featured the voices of Tal Minear as Marigold, Janet G as Pluto, and Elisabeth Allen as Creature. Audio engineering, sound design, and music is by José Machado. The cover art is by CJ Tanwan, and the theme music is by Eyre. It was written by Timothy Rafael and produced by Lumi Oakes. Follow us on social media and support us through the links in the episode description. Transcripts are available on our website at wanderersjournal.info. Thank you for listening.